The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Big Red and the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky in Bowling Green. And the Hilltoppers will put total leather and we'll get started. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. The Owls offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And the crowd bringing the energy, trying to help this defense get off the field on 3rd and 10. Back to pass, it's Durant. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Catch inside the 30 and still running. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide open receiver.
Kennesaw State has a chance now on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Owls!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Western Kentucky's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And, David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that, having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
They'll send the back in motion. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Hilltoppers send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hauls it in. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It's a reverse. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Durant. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Gives them a little breathing room. Picks up 5 and gets it to the 7-yard line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Look out, he's got room. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Hilltoppers will hustle to the line.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast. Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Hilltoppers are rolling down the field. They'll go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Hilltoppers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Using the quick game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Durant. Fires left. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Catch in the middle, it's Gore. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Hilltoppers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quick completion on the out route. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. And the Hilltoppers want to crank the tempo. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Hilltoppers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin them deep. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Here's the give off the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Durant. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Gives it on the option. Runs for the tackle. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Wants to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the 1st quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. We've reached the break. It's Kennesaw State on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Now facing a 3rd and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. And the Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. He'll pull it on the read. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Wants to throw. It's Durant. Quick strike complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gore. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Using his legs, it's Gossett. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Hilltoppers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, those last 2 plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. Bringing the heat. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gets it out fast.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The give on the option. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And with that, the chain gang will get busy. 1st down, Kennesaw State. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the run. He breaks a tackle. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Brings up 2nd down.
The lone back's got it. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
3rd down coming.
Looking to throw, it's Durant. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Snap to the back. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Snap it to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on 3rd. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Rousseau. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're going to run it. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. Right on the money. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
Brings up 2nd down.
To the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And the Hilltoppers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. It's caught. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They punt it away on 4th down. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Back to throw, it's Durant. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Turning it on. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at LT Smith Stadium.
Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. The Hilltoppers in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a deep man. Makes a grab for a big play. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They go right back to it. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. Going with the ground game left. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. That's not the start they hoped for. Trying to take it back. Inside the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. The defense takes matters into its own hands. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn it on the Jets, making the big play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
Extra point.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
Kentucky, 3.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And now this offense will take the field again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. The give on the inside. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Scanning the field, it's Durant. Hit as he throws. They're working that left side. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Handoff to the lone back. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Here's the pressure. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. So the pass interference in the end zone will give them a free 15. Remember the difference in this rule and the pros. Ball is not placed at the 1-yard line in this situation. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on first down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the tight end. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Going to swing it on second down. The sure hands, it's Rousseau. The Hilltoppers come to the line in the hurry up. Motion from the wide receiver. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And the Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner goes down. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Looking for a crease to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. On third and short, the power run here. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 6 over Florida Atlantic.
Off the play fake on first down.
Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down. Punt is in the air. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Rides to back and leaves it. Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They're going to ride this running back. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Give to the running back. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be third and long. They'll run play action. Zings it complete to the right. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. Gives it to the back on the draw. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, it's Durant. Got the quick pass. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a third down stop.
On to kick it away.
They boot it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
I know a lot of people don't like to prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that
Open space in the middle.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass and was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Gore. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Hilltoppers headed quickly to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Shakes off the defender. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on down.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Looking for a man, it's Durant. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Prince. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Running back searching for a hole.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've been able to control the ball. This is the 7th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 3. He'll do it himself. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
31, Western Kentucky, 3.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Trying play action. Got him downfield. At the 40, there he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Looking for space. It's Gossett. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Short gain on the play before he slides. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Hilltoppers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.